Welcome back, everybody. It's your favorite Rasta J Ryan. No, it's the last episode of Sidewalk Conversations, and I have a man who you would not normally see unless he's maybe in a photo. Maybe he wants to have a quick boomerang with everybody. He keeps that one boomerang for himself. But it's my brother from another mother, Aziz. No,
it's fun. It's good to be here.
Yeah, it's good. It's actually good to be in that seat because you've stood behind the camera for how long, and I said to you like, yo, you're gonna have to get your own interview, me giving you your flowers, and this is it. So how does it feel to actually be sitting in the chair on the sidewalk being an actual guest?
It's an honor. It's a privilege. Thank you for having me on your show. And I'm nervous.
How you gonna be nervous? How you gonna be nervous? Like weeks on top of weeks, you here seeing what the vibes is and all them kind of stuff. How?
No, I'm just kidding, man. It's just pretty fun. Doing the series, different interviews with different people. It's just a good time. Yeah. And it was fun. I
found that it happened at a good time. You remember how it all happened?
Yeah, I remember. What was it? January?
Yeah, December? Somewhere around December-ish.
That's like 6 months ago.
Yeah. So tell the people like how it all happened. I'm not gonna tell the people how it happened.
But you don't tell the people many times.
I haven't told them legit. It's your interview. You have to tell them now.
It's what it was. I think you were on vacation and you put something up on your WhatsApp status.
Yeah.
Saying something if anybody want a link to do something creative or whatever.
Yep.
And then I was like, yo, I hit you up, and I remember I hit you up in mind specifically regarding something with poetry.
Yeah.
And I was like, let's do something creative. And I was like, man, let's link, let's either write something together, let's record something. I was not thinking this, I'm not gonna lie. And when I hit you up again, I was thinking to do something. This turned up to things.
Yeah.
To the point where now we're in June and we're recording a video that we spoke about in January. So I don't know. It's just crazy. But fun nonetheless.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy how something so little can just blow up
so big. Yeah.
It is what it is.
Like, what was your favorite episode? Also, like,
I can't say. I from actually listening to y'all speak behind the camera and going home to edit the videos, and I'm re-watching them. It's like, yo, these are like pretty good content, which y'all may see soon, or have seen already at this point. But I really can't say, and I will. I'm gonna say I plead the fifth.
You plead the fifth?
I will not answer that because I can't show favoritism.
You can.
But I'm not gonna lie. Some pretty good interviews were conducted, and just the content that many people spoke about, it was pretty impressive and intriguing. And yes, boss, it's just good to listen to.
Some of y'all may not know this, right? Like after the interview is done, it's not really done now. We end up and stay back in line and a whole vibe.
That's actually where it actually started.
It's true.
I was like, yo, this is just for the optics, the camera, you know what I mean? But after camera done roll, man's now starting to actually, I'm like, yo, I wish we can always capture these moments, you know? But it's just fun.
You know it was a good interview that spilled over into that lime. Like we didn't leave here maybe Minister 8 when Jay came through.
I figured you'd call Jay.
Yeah. Come on.
That one was really good. I was really impressed, and you just learn a lot. So it was fun. It was fun and intuitive, everything at the same time. So yeah, man.
So since you can't say what was your favorite episode,
what was your favorite Mr. Ryan? Mr. Tito.
That what I'm gonna be biased, but I'd have to say it's a 3-way tie, but I'm gonna give it to when Alyssa came through on the Saturday. Like we got lit that Saturday.
Y'all got too lit.
Yeah.
I remember recording that. That recording was almost an hour.
Yeah, it was an hour.
That took me forever. Oh, that was work. But Yeah. No, but it was fun.
No, it was
and
fun.
That was one interview I can tell. I was like, boy, y'all just. It wasn't just have a vibe. Y'all just carry the vibe. Y'all, I don't know.
Yeah.
The energy was good. The compliment to each other was very phenomenal, and I think that was the most organic interview.
Ever?
You know, interview. It's not really interviews, it's a conversation.
Yeah, but
still,
it
was pretty organic, and I love it.
But still, you know, the drinks help to bring out that vibe.
Well, listen, I don't trust her with drinks, you know. but yeah, it was pretty fun.
No, it was a really good one. I'm not gonna lie. Like
so the 3-way tie, that one.
That one, the one with Eden and edibles.
That one was very informative.
Yeah, very informative. Y'all know how I love me some edibles, like for real.
I didn't think it would have been that informative, honestly. Like Eden knows his stuff, and him, you know, using this to actually educate people.
Yeah.
I ended up being educated more about edibles and you know, these kind of things, THC and these.
Yeah.
It was very, very good.
And the last one would be when Randy came through as well, to when we're talking about alcohol,
about drinks,
and drinks and so forth. That's very big. That's really big, but it was a good vibe overall. But on a Saturday, aside from giving you time on the sidewalk and coming through and recording these interviews, like how do you normally spend your Saturday?
Saturdays I usually have other sessions that I record. Currently working on a project for an anonymous person that I'm not gonna call on this camera, but
I'm Grady.
but yeah, just recording some sessions for a particular someone's YouTube channel. So Saturdays is what I usually do on that. Not my channel, someone else's channel, but this is a job that I have every Saturday. It's been going on for a while now. So apart from editing and then recording that session, yeah, Saturdays are usually busy. My weekends are usually packed when it comes to gigs and stuff.
Yeah. And if it's one thing, right, y'all gonna know about Aziz. The only way we can't like shoot on a Saturday, and he's like, yo, we have to do this on a Sunday. Aziz like, making it right for me, Sunday reserved for me, right?
Yeah, I don't. Sundays I'm usually very, very tired. But Sundays I would fit in very few people.
Yeah.
You know, if it's an anomaly, and it's not usually the case, not the norm but the exception.
Yeah.
So that's something I would do very occasionally. But
so how you felt about shooting Fail on the Sunday?
It was a Sunday?
Yeah, it was a Sunday.
I didn't remember that. Fail is fail. I understand, because you know she has mommy duties now, and you know schedules are completely different when you have a child in the picture.
Yeah.
So I have to respect that. I'm not trying to diminish anyone else's other people's schedule.
Yeah.
But you know, like I said, it was an exception. I knew it was not the norm. We did try to fit her in on a Saturday.
Yeah, we did.
It just never worked out.
Yeah.
So just to accommodate her, I knew it was a one-off thing. So I was like, see if I can bite the bullet this week.
See.
No biggie.
See. So seeing as how you have pics by Aziz and so forth, and you not just do videography, you do photography. You know, tell me a little bit more about pics by Aziz, because I look at your photos that you take. You took some photos of CJ, your cousin Sam, Ham Grady at that. Like, where did your love for photography come into being?
Really quickly, I'm gonna try to put it in a couple of seconds. Well, I started back in like 2015, 2016. I just had, I don't know, a passion for photography. Right? It started off with just simple things like phone photography.
Yeah.
This time, you know, phones were starting to develop. You had the new Samsung S7 that took pretty stunning, sharp images. So I bought the phone and I was like, yo, I just went outside and started to, you know, click, and I was like, yo, this is pretty good. And you know, you start to see things and you start to develop an eye for things. So I started to have a passion for photography then, and I was like, you know what, I'm investing in a camera. Not invest, but just for like my hobby. I want a camera for like just to shoot, you know. That's how it happened. That's how it started, right? And then I started to work along with a particular company that shot like weddings and did graduations and did other events. And so I worked along with them just to like for experience and stuff. And then I started to shoot for a hobby, and then I started posting my stuff. People were like, oh, that's good, that's nice, and you know, and then from hobby you just started to kind of gradually grow into like a gig by gig basis. So from a small camera and a lens, I started making money to buying more lenses and more equipment, and and then now I shoot weddings, to birthday parties, to private events, to corporate events, to literally anything. Photography is my passion. I choose photography over video any day. But I can do video, but my preference is, however, photography. That's where it's at. So it just started off as a hobby.
As a hobby?
And then just branched off into something serious.
Alright. So seeing as you are a photographer, you're a spoken word artist, and after throw it on you in that way, you are a content creator, because without you, we wouldn't be here in this kind of forum like that. So I have to throw that title on you as content creator.
It's possible because you don't need a camera. You could use your phone.
True, but yet still, like, I put out the call, you came through, bram. It's the thing we here now. So you are a content creator at that. But seeing as how we're in a pandemic, how did you survive like the starting of the pandemic up until present right now? Because it was hard at the starting of the pandemic, like what, March last year. Like, how was it for you?
Man, we spoke about this many times, but for the sake of the camera, I think we should let them know that we both had it tough. I remember the last time we actually performed at an event was like a week or two before the pandemic started. Well,
the
lockdown started. This was March 1st, 2020. It was the last time you and I performed publicly to an audience. And I'm not gonna lie, I remember times when I had to turn down gigs because I was already booked that day. You understand? No, in retrospect, I'm looking back, it's like, boss, I can't wait to perform again. So it's been tough. I've performed on Instagram Lives. I performed on different people's platform, virtual platforms and stuff like that. But it's not the same. It's really, really not the same, and I miss it. I really, really miss it. I want to be able to speak in front of people again. I don't care if it's. I think I told you a time. I remember performing in front of 8 people. I remember performing in front of a couple thousands of people. Well, obviously not Antigua. So I performed in front of large gatherings and as small as 8 people. Boss, the next time I perform, I'm gonna give for 5 somebody.
You're giving it your all.
I'm gonna give it my all. Because it's like, you don't get, and it made me cherish this whole pandemic has made me cherish just the art. Not just the poetry, the art of performing. And interacting with your audience, and knowing how to maneuver that. It's beautiful. It was just an amazing experience, and I've learned to cherish, like I said, just not just the poetry, but just the art of performing. So I miss it. I really do.
Like, I do miss it as well, because that night it was a case where I opened the batting and that crowd was ridiculously tough. When I say tough, it was tough. And after me, it was you and then the rest performers for the night. You didn't finish your set because we were saving paintings. Like, I got wet up for the painting. You went and go save Antoinette's painting, and the people left. Like, half of the persons left for the night. So it wasn't really too much to do, but we opened the night with a bang, and it started off.
I remember, we did start off with a bang, and I love the game plan. He was like, yo, here's the game plan. Start off with a bang, and we're gonna close off with a bang. And I was like, you can't ask for better. So
the funny thing now is the way how we walked around and read the crowd, and I'd be like, Aziz, like, it look real tough, and you're like, it look real tough for real. So we gonna just have to like hit it hard and then let the rest people carry the weight. And the fellow creatives did their job too, but I don't think they like felt out the room to see what it was like that night. But it was a good ink project regardless. So we've come off the fact of enjoying the art form and cherishing the moments in terms of performing and so forth. What next do you have planned and in store?
Well, I think I mentioned to you a time where I'm really gonna spend this year working on a project by myself. I have this project in mind, a skeleton of what I want, like a poetry, a spoken word album per se. Just a short. I'm thinking maybe 6 or so tracks of different poetic pieces that I have in my mind. I haven't penned yet, but just different things that I want to I want to write and then also visualize and record myself and put it out there.
Yeah.
And but yeah, I wanted to try something new and I want to create new content because this pandemic has really made me become so lethargic and lazy because hey, nobody performed, no event to happen, so I don't have to. So most of my pieces I have to re-memorize, and then I want, but I really want to force myself to like create something new and push myself.
When you said about being lazy, right? I was having that same feeling this week because certain pieces I don't remember, and I have to go on my IG to see certain snippets and try to follow off of the snippets, or maybe go back in Google Drive to get back in that feeling and so because as a performer, you can tell when you're rusty. Like you can tell, when you're rusty, when you get back up and you're ready to perform those pieces. You stumble over those pieces like in rehearsals or in private, but when you're ready to go on stage, like you have to make sure you're in tip-top A1 shape. Like nobody really knows the struggles that you put in before. But for me, on the level where, in terms of projects, Fred and myself, we were talking about this whole project that we want to do, this next EP called COVID Lockdown. I shared it with you on the live that I did last year, and the pieces, I'm not gonna say they're throwaway pieces I've done, and there's some new pieces that persons aren't really familiar with, so I can drop some of the track list that's on the EP. There's Not Good Enough, you've heard that. There's this new piece called Like Lust and Love. There's Waste Man is the one that
popular
Waste Man is the one that's really gonna cause problems out there. I have this new piece called ADS that deals with anxiety, depression, and suicide. I dropped a little preview of that on Instagram this week. And Flowers. I have this piece called Flowers. So I have some new content that's looking to drop soon. When we gonna drop that EP, we don't know. We don't know, but trust me, the content is there. I'm dropping little snippets here and there, but when you hear the full pieces of them, you're gonna be like, whoa. And just for in time when outside is ready to open up and all that good stuff. So got things pending, but same way still, I have to get back in that fashion of learning the pieces.
We all do, because I think we're in a season right now. We're now transitioning into back into the normal lifestyle and normal things. So now is when you have to do it, because when things open back up, you have to be fresh. True. You have to be on your toes. So to speak. So.
Because you don't want go back to normalcy and you have the same old material and you didn't develop anything new in the course of a year.
That speaks a lot of your creativity
and what you did with your time as well too. So for sure. That's what it really is. Yo, I thank you for coming through, giving yourself all these weeks from since maybe January.
About January.
January. So we 6
week
months
on,
in.
week off, something like that.
Yeah, but we got some good episodes this
fun.
year.
For sure. So.
Season 2.
We'll see.
Yeah,
we're in the air right now.
Can't
make any promises, boy.
True. Let's see what the people say.
Let's see there you go. Let's get the reviews first.
True. So based off what the people say, we can deliberate on doing a season 2 and call it a day. Right. My brother, thank you for coming through, and you guys at home, thank you for staying with us all these weeks. And peace out. We're done.